What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Make sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Not very often that I'm actually genuinely surprised or shocked by articles, but this one got me. This one got me. And just before I do a little bit of a description here it is. Marvel shocker: X-Men 97 creator Beau DeMayo fired weeks before premiere exclusive. And if you're wondering why Beau DeMayo sounds familiar beyond the fact that he's the showrunner, or was, of the X-Men 92 continuation called X-Men 97, this is the guy from the Witcher, the writer from The Witcher, who put us on game to the fact that most of the writing room, led by Lauren Histrich, whatever the hell her commie name is, they don't like The Witcher. They didn't like the source material. They didn't like Henry and the fact that Henry was a lore aficionado. So that, of course, bankrolled him into getting the X-Men showrunner lead, where he said you shouldn't be allowed to change a show unless you were a fan of it. He says he was a fan of X-Men 97 or 92 rather, and so that he was qualified to make changes. And of course, the first thing he did in the continuation of X-Men was to take away Rogue's famous assets and make more non-binary, which doesn't exist. So here we go. An unusual situation on the eve of a project's debut. The writer-producer who worked on Moon Knight and Blade, the Blade that's been rewritten like 3 times, and Moon Knight, where Moon Knight only showed up like 7 minutes of the entire series, will no longer be promoting the show or moving forward with future seasons. Earlier this month, DeMayo was in the midst of a particularly busy time at Marvel Studios. The writer-producer was preparing for the launch of X-Men 97, the Disney Plus series he created as a continuation of the beloved 90s Fox Kids show. He didn't create shit. He's just continuing it. DeMayo, a Marvel regular who previously wrote on live-action series Moon Knight, as well as early drafts of the company's delayed but still upcoming thriller Blade, had completing writing duties on season 2 of the series, was lining up press. So the second season is already written. Even maybe they'll scrap it. Making plans to attend X-Men 97's Hollywood premiere on March 13th, which is tomorrow. It's March 12th at the time of this recording. This story just came out an hour ago, my time. By the time I upload this, it'll be about 4 hours old. So we'll see if there's any things that changed since then. But he was even discussing loose ideas for a 3rd season with members of his team. But early last week, Marvel and DeMayo suddenly parted ways. His company email was deactivated, and cast and crew were informed he was no longer part of the project. DeMayo's Instagram account, once a source for X-Men updates, was deleted. No reason for the firing was given. Marvel had no comment. DeMayo's representatives did not return calls for comment, and emails to the showrunner yielded no response. It was a surprising turn of events on the eve of the show's March 20 debut. Splitting with writers is a normal part of business for Marvel or any studio. However, it is unusual for a top creative on a Marvel project to miss a premiere or cancel press plans last minute, even if they've been shuffled to the side. Most Marvel premieres feature multiple screenwriters walking the red carpet, some of whom had been rewritten by other writers who were also walking the red carpet. Yeah, no, this smells bad. You don't fire he's the lead, this is the showrunner. Already had a 2nd season, was talking about a 3rd. It's the night before the premiere. And last week he was unceremoniously fired, let go, cut ties, whatever. And the fact that neither he nor Disney is saying anything, I'll tell you what I think it is in a second, but let's keep going. Marvel announced DeMayo's hiring in November. You think about what you think it is. We're going to finish this, and then we'll reconvene, and we'll see if we have the same idea. Marvel announced DeMayo's hiring in November 2021. The move was met with some level of excitement as the scribe brought his identity as a gay black man to the project and made it a point in talking to the press about how growing up as the adopted son to white parents with a Korean sister in the South made the X-Men characters and their struggles for acceptance by society feel personal to him, and that's great. And when I actually defended him and his dumb fucking comments like that, I was like, well, maybe I gave him the best interpretation of those comments, and of course he used it to just push an ideology, because again, spoiler, the X-Men wasn't made for gay people or as a race representation. It was made for misfits, kids that were bullied. It was made for the nerds and the comic book readers who were reading the stuff because you used to get made fun of for reading comics and stuff like that. So while applicable to other parts of underrepresented groups, it was not mainly for them. His silence on social media has been acute, as he was a prolific poster, sharing X-Men tidbits as well as shirtless pictures of himself at the gym. For a time, he also ran a non-explicit, but he had an OnlyFans account, all of which inspired the LGBTQ publication Out to declare him the sexiest gay Marvel writer and showrunner to know. But at times, social media had proven a challenge while making the series. In May 2023, DeMayo announced he would be deleting his Twitter account after he was attacked by users accusing X-Men 97 of whitewashing the character Sunspot with the casting of Brazilian actor Guy Augustini in the role. Yeah, so being attacked on Twitter really means that he had a bunch of actual fans that know this shit that asked why he didn't just cast the character as the character was written and or sounded, whatever. X-Men 97 continues the story of X-Men, the animated series, which ran from 1992 to 97 and is credited with introducing a generation of children to the mutant characters and priming the pump for the X-Men movies out of early 2000s. Yeah, that's me. Guess what? All that's DC. The only reason I give a shit about Marvel is the Spider-Man cartoon and the X-Men cartoon from whence I was a child. So congratulations. Otherwise, I would just be 100% Team DC and I wouldn't even look at Marvel. No offense. Although I did like all the Marvel movies up until I even like Endgame. So DeMayo was among... Oh, excuse me. X-Men 97 continues that story, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, early 2000. A number of the voice actors from the original show are returning, with the nostalgia factor helping propel the first trailer to become the most watched promo for a Disney Plus animated show. DeMayo was among the kids who grew up watching this show, said the showrunner in 2022 of June. Anyone who feels different, we all have a Magneto inside of us. We all have a Charles Xavier. We all have a part of us that wants to burn it all down. And there's a part of us who wants to find compromise and build it up. And those comics really help me understand my identity. And that's fair, and that's the end they have to say on it. So what are your guesses for why this is happening? I'll tell you mine right now. He is either, in my opinion, about to be Me Too'd with any sort of, like, whether it's true or not, he's either about to be Me Too'd or he was involved in a Jonathan Majors domestic violence type situation, and they're cutting ties now before it even becomes a thing. They, you know, that's the thing, is they act like they defend their people. They being Disney, probably wasn't happy about all of they're calling it hate and vitriol, whatever. It's just the fans upset that he made Morph non-binary and he took away the TNA of Rogue, right? So they're probably already not happy with the decisions, even if they pretend to be for them. And so this was just a green light to get rid of him. We'll see, though. It can't be because of any negative internal stuff, because as we've seen with shows like Echo, they'll just talk shit about it behind the scenes and then release it all at once and then move forward, right? They don't, and then those people will be quietly reassigned. They didn't fire the showrunners of Echo the night before it premiered. So yeah. And the fact that he had a non-explicit OnlyFans, well, it was non-explicit. So, but still, I'm telling you right now, it's either some sort of Me Too thing, improper behavior with someone in the thing, and it's about to come out, and or some sort of domestic violence thing that happened. But whatever it was last week. He's been gone. We're just finding about it now, the night before. And yeah, that's short of something like this happening. Look, he did Moon Knight, which was a shit show, and Blade, which almost got Marshall Ali to leave. Now, like the third version, he might be staying. So look, and he failed himself right into one of the most important animated shows they're going to do, only to be fired for God knows what. Trust me, if you keep watching, as soon as it comes out, I'll make a video about it on this channel. Go to the comments right now. Let me know what you think this is all about, why they cut ties with him. If you make sure to like, share, and sub. If you've done that, thank you. If you're gonna do that, thank you. And well,
bye.